Hello dear students, how are you all? This video is for English grammar of class 5 and today we will learn about verb and its types. So here is the definition of verb. A verb is a word or a combination of words that indicates that what the subject is actually doing. Or in simple language we can say that all the doing words are called verb or all action words are called verb. So we can say that what the subject is actually doing in the sentence is the verb. So whatever action word is there in the sentence, we can say that word is a verb. That will be more clear from the examples. Read these examples. Ashok struck Bali. So Ashok is the subject here, and what is the action he is doing? He is striking Bali. So struck is the verb here. The cow eats grass. So the cow is subject, and what the cow is doing? It is eating grass. So eats is the subject verb here. Then third one is the dog hit the boy. So the dog is hitting the boy. It is doing the action of hitting. So hit is the verb here. The tailor made the shirt. So the tailor is making shirt. So made is the verb here. So we can say that all the action words which are there in the sentence, they are called verb. And here all the red words are verb. Now further these verbs are divided into three categories, that is transitive, intransitive and incomplete verb. Now here is a chart about the types of verbs. What are the three types? First is transitive, second is intransitive and the third is incomplete verb. Intransitive, it requires an object. In intransitive, it doesn't require an object, and in incomplete, it requires a complement. Now we will read in detail about all the three types. First one is the transitive verb. A verb that requires an object to complete its sense is called a transitive verb. Or in other words, we can say that transitive verbs need an object to be clear and to complete the sentence. So all the transitive verbs, they need an object to complete their meaning. Without the object, their meaning is not complete. It will be more clear from these examples. First is Tom shut the door. So Tom is the subject here and the verb is shut. So what the Tom is shutting? It is he is shutting the door. So the action is passes over from Tom to the door. So in transitive verbs the action passed on from subject to the object. Now in second one, Sita gathered roses. So Sita is a subject here and she is gathering roses. So gathered is the verb, and what she is gathering? She is gathering roses. So object here is door and roses. In the above sentences, door and roses are objects because they are marked in red color, so they are objects which are added to the verb to complete their meaning. So it is clear from the discussion that all the verbs which require an object to complete their sense, they are called transitive verbs. Now second type of verbs are intransitive verbs. As we have seen in transitive verbs, they require an object. Now in this type of verbs, it is a verb that can indicate an action without the necessity of an object. These type of verbs, they do not require an object to complete their meaning. Either they have complete meaning in themselves. So in other words, we can say an intransitive verb doesn't affect a person or an object because it doesn't go from a subject to an object as the transitive verbs do. As I have already told you that in transitive verb the action passes over from subject to the object, like the dog hit the boy. So hit was the verb and it passes over from the dog to the object, which is the boy. But in intransitive verbs there is no object. Now here are some examples. The sun shines. So the sun is the subject and shines is the verb, and after the verb no object is there. The baby sleeps. Baby is the subject and sleep is the verb here, and the sentence is complete in itself. Sparrows chirp. So sparrows is the subject and chirp is the action or the verb, and after that no object is added. So we can say that intransitive verbs do not require an object, they have complete meanings in themselves. In these sentences, the verb do not require an object to complete the sense. They make complete sense by themselves. Such verbs are called intransitive verbs. Now the last one is the incomplete verbs. So a verb which does not require an object but require a complement to complete its meaning are called incomplete verbs. So we have seen in transitive verbs they require object, and in intransitive verb they do not require an object, and in incomplete verbs they also require some words, but the words which are required are not the objects but they are complement to the verb. So these verbs are called incomplete verbs. Now it will be more clear from the examples. Meera was unhappy. So Meera was is the verb here, and unhappy is added to make the sentence complete, but unhappy is not said to be an object. It is a complement. The children look healthy. Look is the verb here, and how the children look? They look healthy. So healthy is again not an object. It is a complement. Sita seems sad. So seems is the verb here and sad is the complement here. So now it is clear that in above sentences, the verb in above sentences do not make full meaning by themselves. So if we will not add these red words to the sentence, their meanings are incomplete. So we have to add them to make their meaning complete. Something is added to them to complete their sense, but what is added is not the object. So you have understood that what is added to them is not an object, either they are complements to the verb. Now you can see that the word unhappy is a complement to the verb was. Was is the verb here in first sentence, and unhappy is added to that verb to make the sentence complete. So unhappy is said to be a complement. The word healthy is a complement to the verb look, and the word sad is said to be the complement to the verb seems. So now I hope so you have clearly understood all the three types of verb, and you can now differentiate between all the three types. Now I will give you some exercises related to the same. So you have to go through the topic again and again, and you have to solve the exercises which I will give you. Till then, bye.